While it's safe to say social media is around to stay, the same might not be said about the safety features surrounding some of our favorite apps. And in 2024, kids younger and younger are receiving access to devices where they can download a social media platform, sign up for an account, and begin interacting with anyone in the world. As it stands, they can do all of that without any parental consent, but one law in Ohio could change that.
James was he was a nice guy. He was always happy. He was helpful. He was always making jokes. He was always smiling.
James Woods was a typical 17-year-old student, doing well in school and running on his high school's cross-country team just outside of Canton. Surrounded by family and friends, he was loved by everyone. And just like other kids his age, he had a smartphone with an Instagram account. On November 19th, 2022, James took his own life. He was a victim of sextortion on Instagram.
We learned that James received 200 messages in 19 and a half hours, leaning all the way from the sweet nothings all the way to towards the end. They encouraged him to take his own life. I'm not ashamed of saying that I begged the police officer to tell me where we went wrong in this matter, because we just didn't understand it. Why was my son not here? And how did he die by suicide? And yet we didn't see any signs of it.
As a parent of teens himself, Lieutenant Governor John Husted realized the need to provide more protection for kids on social media.
We see spikes in the number of children with mental health problems, ranging from depression, eating disorders, bullying, and then we started to see the very real tragedies of students who were dying, committing suicide as a result of literally what they were being exposed to on these social media apps. This is a fight that we have to take on because a generation of children are being harmed because of what's happening on these platforms.
And as the fight began, Husted heard about James Woods' story and similar ones from around the state. In 2023, the General Assembly passed the bipartisan Social Media Parental Notification Act. The law would require social media platforms to ask children 16 and under to receive parental consent before gaining access to the app. Governor Mike DeWine signed it into law, and it was set to go into effect January 15th, but it never did. NetChoice represents Facebook's parent company Meta and other social media companies, and on January 5th, it issued a lawsuit requesting a preliminary injunction, stating the law is unconstitutional and prohibits the freedom of speech.
I wasn't trying to ban anything. I believe in free speech, but I also think that the laws of the physical world should apply to the digital world. You can't send your child to the school or a field trip or to the doctor without parental consent. But yet these companies go completely around parents, sign them up on these platforms, addict them with algorithms, try to capture their data and monetize it, and sell and push very harmful things, in many cases adult content to kids without moms and dads knowing about it.
A federal judge sided with NetChoice, and the act is currently sitting idle. Now, the focus for the Woods family and Lieutenant Governor Husted is to ensure a safe environment on social media platforms.
Social media is here to stay. You know, when it first started, it was this new budding thing that everybody, wanted a piece of. And me especially, I love it. I'm on there all the time, every day. It's addictive. So I can understand how it's even more harmful for children, because if it's addictive for me as an adult, of course, children get on there and they see the same exact things that I see.
Well, it is here to stay. And so first of all, it's awareness about the addictive nature of it, about how they're collecting information on you, and how people can reach your kids that you wouldn't want to have contact with. You would never let a stranger come into your house and have a private conversation with your child in their room. Yet if they have their phone in there and you don't have the right kind of filters on it, that's exactly what can happen.
To help raise awareness and knowledge about the harmful consequences social media could have, Tamia and Timothy Woods launched the Do It For James Foundation.
We talk to everyone. We create a circle where children have the opportunity to go to something and they can properly be helped if they do become a victim. We have touched over 30,000 kids so far. We do touch on suicide. We tell them that they matter. Some of these children haven't been told that they are loved in a very long time, and we do that too.
The Woods have also made it their mission to go into as many high schools as possible to share James' story and spread their message about awareness. Houston says he will continue to press social media companies for accountability for child social media safety. He adds that they plan to appeal the decision.
We're going to look at all options because I think the way we did it is pretty simple, but we can get more aggressive, and we're looking at those options. To the YouTubes, Instagrams, TikToks of the world, I just want you to care about kids. I want you to be responsible. We don't need to pass a law. You could fix this today if you wanted to, but you won't. And you continue to victimize kids, and you need to be responsible.
Now, we asked you to join our conversation about social media and its impact on kids. Here are the live results of our poll questions, which we posted last Wednesday at WTOV9.com. We polled viewers with two separate questions, one for parents and one for kids. Of the parents, 90% believe they should have the ability to limit what their child sees on social media. And for kids, 48%, WTOV9.com. Hi, I'm Dylan Cleland. Thanks for watching. And here's another video to check out, and be sure to subscribe to our channel.